Hey y'all, I hope you all are doing well today. Let's get some messages. Let's find out what's going on. I actually had a dream and I want to find out what that dream was about. Let's see. All right, I'm going to just read it because it's a lot. So, I dreamed that I was outside sitting on the grass, and as I was sitting on the grass, there came a stray cat. The cat was a grayish, bluish cat, skinny, and it looked real straggly. It just looked like it'd been through a lot. This lady came over and pet the cat, and as the lady pet the cat, dandruff was just flying off of the cat. Also, every time the cat shook, dandruff would come off, will just like spray out. Like it just looked nasty. And so a lady came over, sat next to me, and started. Oh, okay, I said that part. Wait. After that, we seen a weird looking animal. I don't know what this animal was. It reminded me of a. It was kind of like a lion, but it was small. Looked like a lion mixed with a pet bull. It just looked weird. And so when we seen it, we start running for the hills and end up jumping off a cliff onto sand where there was a beach. So we were on the sand. We were at a beach and it had a lot of sand. There were people there. We then ended up in a hotel. We walked around and the girl kept saying, the girl that I was walking with, she was a dark-skinned lady. She kept saying, "That's big Leo energy." After that, I asked her if she was a Leo, and she didn't answer. I then saw a popular tarot reader. She was on the phone, laying down. I waved and smiled and said hello, and she said hi too. It seemed that she was busy because she was talking, of course, and you could tell that she wanted to stop the conversation to talk to me, but she was just too busy. Then after that, I then went to some place where there was an audition. I don't know what it was for, but this guy tried pulling me in the bathroom and I had to fight this man off. I was protecting myself. I told him to stop, and not sure what happened after that, but I believe I told on this man and found out that several other women were going through the same thing with this man, but they only told when I told. So then after that, so I got this part too. So before jumping off the cliff and running from that animal, I had no underwear on. I wrapped a towel around my bottom and I jumped off the cliff. I was walking around with my woo out, and it was showing, and I didn't even know that it was showing. And it was a guy who was acquainted with the lady that I was with. Wait, it said how embarrassing. Okay, so the girl I was with who kept saying big Leo energy, she was speaking with the guy, and the guy was whispering to her. And so he was sitting on the couch whispering to her. I looked down and I figured he was most likely speaking about my attire. And yeah, that was it. So let's find out what this dream is about. I don't know what it's about, but guys, I do love watching tarot. Like I binge watch tarot. It's something that I do on my daily, and I like doing it, okay? It's just something I like to do. So maybe I went to sleep and I just kept hearing it. But yeah, it's just it came in my dream, like Anyway, let's find out what this dream is about. Come on, let's find out. All right, so let's find out. So ancestors, give me some messages that relate to the dream that we're about to get some answers on. Just let them fall out. Let them hang on out, God. Ancestors, angels, spirit guides, come through. Show up for a sister. This reading might be a little long because the dream was long. And baby, sometimes it just Takes a little time to figure out something, but we gonna learn what it's about. All right, so we got the God. We got the my bad. We got the demigod. We have the Uranian, and we have the elder. Now we know that the demigod is about you recognizing who you are, you knowing thyself, loving thyself. All right, but we're gonna read a little bit more because I can't remember exactly what it says. But let's get some details. Let's get to the deets. So it says, where I go, there I am. Consciousness, awareness, victory, activist, enlightenment, admiration, prophet of God, overcoming alien deity. So this is a person who knows thyself, all right? So then we got the Uranian. That's number 41. And let's see. So it says uniqueness, tech savvy, originality, invitations, homosexuality, alchemy, finding your own happiness. And then we got the elder. That's number 42. And it talks about making history, okay? So traditional beliefs, maturity, elders, back in the day, ancestors, the future. So let's see what this is about. We're going to use the witchy deck. Let's go. So tell me about this dream, ancestors. What is this dream about? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? All right. So we have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Clarify this energy, ancestors. Clarified with the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is like someone's feeling away. They're not feeling at their best right now. They could be feeling defeated, and they could be, so look, what I'm seeing here is like someone's not feeling at their best. And what I'm getting is an energy of someone saying, come on. I just heard someone say, come on. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you feeling that way? Someone's mad because someone's feeling sad or something like that. Then we got the 7 of Swords. So this is a person that doesn't care about no one's feelings. So with the 3 of Wands here, someone who doesn't care about your feelings. Clarify the 3 of Wands. Why is the 3 of Wands here? Because this is someone who they are thinking about you, and they're wanting to come towards you. So with the 4 of Cups, why is the 4 of Cups? Why is this person so sad? Why is this person feeling this way? Okay. So we got the Devil card, and we got the 6 of Wands. So I'm seeing here that someone's feeling left out in the cold. So this is someone who feeling away. Someone's feeling away. Maybe this is someone, a man who is like of high status. What I'm seeing here is like this man doesn't care about no one's feelings. So with the 7 of Swords, they're looking at you maybe. They're thinking about you, or maybe you're thinking about some things that you need to do. Maybe, with the Knight of Cups. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Knight of Cups. So maybe this is an earth sign woman. Maybe you're going for a new opportunity. This could be a new beginning. This is you learning more about yourself, discovering things about you that you never learned. And there's someone who could be feeling upset about this. That's what I'm getting so far. They're like, so what I'm also feeling like is like maybe one point in your life, someone could have made you feel unworthy, right? Someone could have made you feel unworthy. Even though deep down, they knew who you were. Like with the 6 of Wands, this is someone who rises up even through trials. This is someone who may have like a lot of issues when it comes to maybe people around them. This is someone who, I don't know, like maybe you're like getting through something. So you were sad at one point, and someone's looking at how you used to be, and like now they're looking at where you are now. You're coming into this Queen of Pentacles type of energy, having new leaps of faith, opportunity in your life. And someone don't like that. Yeah. So anyway, let's get some more clarity. So definitely something that happened in the past, okay? This is someone's racing through their head, like thinking about what used to be. What used to, like, how things used to be. And so we have the Seven of Cups. And they're like constantly thinking. So maybe this is someone who made irrational choices in their past. They made irrational choices in their past. But let's get some more info. Whatever irrational choices this person made, currently are stressing out about this. They don't know how to feel. They're having a lot of built-in anxiety. They possibly can't sleep. And they could be under judgment. They could be under judgment. So I'm seeing here, you are very, very assertive when it comes to your life. You know what you want. 10 of Pentacles energy, judgment. Nine of Cups energy. Like what you're doing is protecting your energy at all costs. Coming into your own, becoming your best self. And also doing it with the divine. So you're just like uplifting yourself. You know, you're working with the Most High. You're just, you know, you're in tune with God. And I see that you're looking out for the future. You're looking out for new opportunities in your life. And you could have been on this journey for a while. What I'm seeing here with the Three of Wands, what I'm noticing is the color of this lady's hair. So, you know, it's gray, it's long. So maybe like you've been on the journey for a long time and you've gone through a lot when it came to like maybe people trying to cause issues for you. So we got the Five of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe someone's arguing with a community. Maybe someone's not getting along well with a community. Maybe things are not going that well. But, you know, I see like, what's going on? Someone's just, they're wanting better. You know, they're wanting better. They're looking for better things in their life. They want things, so what I'm seeing here is like, excuse me, you're wanting things to add up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. Like, if it don't add up, if it don't make sense, you don't want it. So let's just say you may want to perceive, like whatever is perceived on the outside is what you want to be perceived on the inside. Whatever you do in your life, you want it to add up. You always want it to add up. This is what I'm getting. And someone's looking at you because maybe in the past you were rising as a star maybe, but you had a lot of toxicity and codependency. So maybe you could have been guilty about some things that you've done in your past. And so someone's looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Get it together. You know, this is someone who is very toxic and could be an influencer of negativity. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So ancestors, give me some more information. Now that we pretty much got the basis of this dream, let's get into it. Okay, so now we're going to get to this cat. So I'm sitting on the grass. The cat walks up and starts, sitting next to me, shaking his little body with all his dandruff coming out. I'm like, ugh, get your dirty butt down somewhere. But anyway, so we got the Hermit card. So tell me about this cat, ancestors. We got the Page of Wands. Tell me about this cat, the situation with this cat. All right. So we got the Hermit. It's interesting how the Hermit kind of has, like, I know the Hermit has like gray, the gray robe on, but if you look at it a little closer, you'll kind of see like the bluish color. I don't know. Maybe, I'm colorblind, but the cat had like a bluish, whitish color to it, and it was shaking with the dandruff coming out. And I'm like, ugh. But anyway, so what I'm seeing here, this cat represents knowledge. Okay, this, you know, the cat represents some sort of knowledge. This is something someone is looking deeply into. Six of Cups represents something nostalgic, okay? Ace of Swords, clarity. The Fool represents a new beginning. So this cat was around to give some sort of wisdom, maybe. Definitely giving wisdom. So we got the Hangman. I want to do that again. So give me more information about this cat. Okay, so we're going to pull out Badass Being. So give me more information about this cat. Okay, so we got the Death card and the Badass Being. There's a transformation that's taking place. When it comes to this cat, I'm just seeing here that this cat possibly is realizing or trying to realize, trying to see past issues that they've gone through, because it looked like the cat went through a lot. But what I'm seeing here is like, with the Badass Being full of life, love, and possibilities, this is a cat that has been through a lot. Even, you know, we know the cat represents 9 lives, and the way the cat looked, it looked like it was about to, it just looked bad. It looked real bad. And, you know, I feel like this cat didn't know where it was going. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's showing that there was, this cat possibly was moving its way to justice, you know, seeing its way to justice. So maybe the cat represents knowledge, represents something that someone's gone through a lot, okay? Definitely someone going through a lot, and as they're going through it, not knowing how they're getting through it, just continuing to get through it constantly with the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely movement happening and justice happening here, because this cat ain't giving up. I'm seeing this cat was possibly has gone through things, but you know, with the Knight of Pentacles, this represents someone who is loyal to the vision, loyal to themselves, even though they're getting through a lot of hardship. So, okay, now that we know why the cat was there, tell me about this dandruff, child, that the cat had that was shaking off. What was this? Okay, so we got the Ace of Cups. So tell me about this Ace of Cups. What does this have to do with dandruff? So what I'm seeing here is like, the cat has been hurt. This situation, you know, is symbolically for pain that has happened, that was given to the cat. The cat learned a lot, you know, has a lot of wisdom is what I'm seeing here, and had to heal several times. So there could have been pain that was given to this cat. But I'm seeing here that with the Eight of Cups, definitely knowledge that was earned, knowledge that this cat has absorbed, child, can't even say it right, absorbed. So what I'm seeing here with the Five of Wands and the Judgment card, this cat went through a whole lot, okay? What I'm seeing here with all this fighting and, you know, pettiness going on, competition, whatever it is, I'm seeing that the Most High God is right there all along, getting this cat through experiences that they never had thought they'd go through, you know. So I'm just seeing that the cat was protected by certain competition, or, you know, whatever this is. It's like trauma possibly that this cat has been through. You know, the Judgment is showing that this cat was guided to go through this. This cat was made for this experience, and you know, the cat is just getting through it. This is an opportunity for this cat. So anyway, yeah, this is how the cat got all his wisdom. So now that we got that part straight, let's get to this lady. Okay, so the lady came over and start petting the cat. So with the Five of Wands, this is showing this. Okay, so we got the Five of Wands again with the Chariot card. So maybe the cat didn't like being pet. Because, you know, maybe this is representing the dandruff that was coming off of the cat as the lady was petting it. Yeah, so with the Three of Pentacles here in the reversal, what I'm seeing here is like, tell me about the dandruff that, like, this lady that was coming over to pet the cat. Like, what was all this about, ancestors? I'm not really understanding. So we got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that it is some conflict happening. But, you know, with the Chariot card, there is movement still happening where someone's getting through obstacles. Tower card, changes, shocking moments. Page of Swords, someone watching your shocking moments, someone seeing what you've been through. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's just showing me that someone was all alone getting through certain obstacles in their life. And Seven of Pentacles is, clarify Seven of Pentacles. You know, Seven of Pentacles talks about, like, you putting in the effort to do it. Maybe this was, you know, even though it was a hard journey, this person did it effortlessly, you know, because this is a journey that was given to this person. And so this lady coming through, sitting next to me, petting a cat, it just shows, I don't know, like, tell me about the lady petting the cat, ancestors. The dark-skinned lady petting the cat. What is this about? This dark-skinned lady petting the cat. So we got the King of Wands in reverse. So maybe this lady didn't have good intentions, is what I'm seeing. So with the Hierophant, maybe it's like, what I'm seeing here is like maybe someone's trying to show someone's flaws. So with the Nine of Pentacles, you know, this is the work that you've done. And someone may be feeling a way about the work that you've done. But again, you know, with the Hierophant, this is you being schooled on some things that someone's not really liking. So maybe someone came to pet the cat to show, oh, you know, maybe the person wasn't being truly genuine petting the cat. Because even though when the cat was sitting next to me, when the cat came to sit next to me and I saw the cat, I didn't want to pet it because it looked, it didn't look too good. It didn't look well kept. And, you know, when the cat was shaking, I was a little taken back, but I was still caring to the cat. But maybe, you know, the lady who sat next to me, and I don't know who this lady is in my dream. It was just a random lady, but she just sat next to me and just started petting the cat, and all that dandruff started falling off even more. And so maybe this is a person that wants to show your flaws, okay? So what I'm seeing here with the Nine of Pentacles, this cat was standing strong the whole time. It didn't matter. Maybe, you know, the cat may have found a friend in you possibly. But anyway, let's get some more information. Okay, so after that part, me and the lady that I don't know, we seen a lion. No, it wasn't a lion. It was an animal that looked like a lion, but it was a midget lion. It was so short, and it looked mixed with like bulldog. It had a lot of hair. It was the same color as a lion. When we seen that, we got up and ran so fast, we ended up jumping over a cliff. So let's talk about that. So yeah, so we got the Ten of Cups. Yeah, we ran. So what I'm noticing here is that there are cycles. So the Ten of Cups, the World card coming out twice, is cycles that are closing out. So maybe that was a cycle that closed out. So something is finished. Something has complete. So definitely showing that. So now talk about the hotel. Talk about the beach. So movement. Look at this. Oh my God. Don't that look like the beach? Like she's at the beach. So this is something given to you, you know, a new beginning to something fresh. You know, the beach could possibly represent something new, something fresh. Whatever this is a new opportunity for you. It's showing you that you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. And with these cups given, it's just saying that maybe you are filling your cup now. Because look at her. She got her crown on. Definitely got her crown on. So with the Knight of Cups, this is someone who's giving this person a new opportunity, or this could just be your ancestor handing over a new life for you. So a new beginning, you know. So this definitely looks like calmness, peace. I had to look up what blue meant because I didn't want to get it mixed up with royalty, because purple represents royalty, I believe, in red. But anyway, with that said, this just looks so serene and looks so peaceful. And so, yeah, this is a new era for you. So I'm just seeing here you moseying on along, just continuing to go with the flow of life. You know, even through the rough times, you're getting through some things. But anyway, yeah, we're at the beach now. At the beach, we end up at the hotel, child. So let's see. Why did we end up at the hotel? What was this hotel about? What was the hotel representing? So definitely balance here. So with the Temperance card, we got the Six of Wands. Something closing out. A fresh start to something new. All right. So we got the Temperance, Six of Cups. You didn't heal your past. That's what it's looking like. You healed your past. So with the Death card, there's transformation that's happening. So you're like coming out of that cocoon, growing into this beautiful butterfly. Oh my God, like you're so beautiful. You're doing a good job. So anyway, now that we're in this hotel, we're noticing that this is a new life, a transition for you, change happening for you. All right. So then the girl that I jump off the cliff with, she was like, that's big Leo energy. She kept saying that. And I was like, are you a Leo? And she didn't respond. So we got the Three of Swords here. Okay, and the Two of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. So tell me about that. What does that mean, ancestors? What does she mean in the dream by that? What did the girl mean? So what I'm seeing here is that someone could be going through some pain right now. But as they're going through this pain, they're like blocking themselves off from the pain that they're going through. Oh, okay. No. Clarify the Three of Swords, ancestors, please. Okay. So changes are happening. Changes are happening. You're building boundaries for your heart. Definitely building boundaries for your heart. So with the Nine of Wands, these are the boundaries that you're building, and it's giving you a new opportunity to move on. So you got some options here. When it comes to your direction in life, when it comes to your spiritual journey. And I see that you're very inspired. So when she was saying that's big Leo energy, you know, the King of Wands came out. This is a continued process in your story. With the Wheel of Fortune, you moving on. But the King of Wands tried to come out, and King of Wands represents Leo, like that's a fire sign energy. But you know, it could be anything. It can be anyone. But when they talk about big Leo energy, what I'm getting is someone who's very confident. Okay, so with the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords, this is someone who is not comfortable with taking every option. So with the Four of Cups, someone's like, if it makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't want it. Maybe someone's remembering past wounds that they had. They're wanting to be aligned with their cosmic energy. This is someone who's wanting to represent their higher calling. And someone could be trying to figure that out, because someone could be in a very uncomfortable place right now, trying to go for this new beginning. And you know, Leo energy represents someone who's very confident. So when I asked the young lady who was who I didn't know her, who said it, she was like she didn't. I asked her. I said, "Are you a Leo?" And she was like, she didn't say nothing. And so this is her energy here, because what's happening is this person maybe is exuding the energy of Leo. Like this is what she wants, because again, just because you're a certain sign don't mean that you cannot embody other signs. You may need the Leo energy for confidence. You may need the Gemini. You may need Gemini energy for communication. You may need Scorpio for intuition. You get me like Virgo for being tidy and completing tasks, and you know what I'm saying. So this is someone who's wanting to exude the energy of this, but she may have not felt as if she was that confident. But what I'm seeing here is like, this is a person who's stepping into that energy, wanting to become Leo energy. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. So let's keep going. I then seen a very popular tarot reader that was laying down. It made my day. I was so happy to see her. I smiled at her, and she was laying down talking on the phone. She was busy. I knew she, wanted to talk to me because I wanted to talk to her. She smiled at me too. She was so kind. And she, was, because she was on the phone, she couldn't really say anything. But I really wanted to talk to her. But she was like one of my favorite tarot readers. And so anyway, when I seen her, I was just so happy. So the Sun card and the Ten of Cups represents a fulfillment that you have, like seeing people, smile, being around happy people that make you feel good. These are positive, uplifting people that are healed, or at least trying to heal on their spiritual journey. Someone could be going through some pain, but they're getting through it, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so after that, I wound up at a audition, and I don't remember the type of audition it was. All I know is this ignorant man, ended up pulling me into the bathroom. This could be a man of high status, pulling me into the bathroom. I ended up fighting him off, and I ended up telling on him. And I was not comfortable with his presence. I didn't like how he just grabbed me. And in the dream, it talked about how other people, I saw other women were coming up to me saying, oh, he did that to me. And like they started to tell on him. They didn't tell on him until I told on him. Everyone waited. And so anyway, with that said, I end up telling on this person. And so what I'm seeing here is like, this is, tell me about this man who pulled me in the bathroom. So yeah, Knight of Cups, emotionally manipulative. This could be an earth sign man. It could be anybody. I'm just seeing here, this person did not have your best interest. But what I do see is that, a person, why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Because this person is sneaky, very sneaky. They talk fast. If they don't talk fast, they say the right things to pull you in, to draw you in. They act as if they're being loyal, but they're not. You have to be careful about people like this. This is a person that just comes in your life and try to F shit up to hurt you. So this is someone who wants to hurt you, cause some pain for you or whatever. But I'm seeing here, with the Justice card and the Empress, you're going to get justice for whatever this person has done or has tried to do. All right. So this could be dealing with the earth sign woman as well. This could be a few women that this person has done this to. Not sure what this person is up to, child. I just see that something in the past has happened that you have blocked off. This person made you feel uncomfortable. They made you feel pain. They made you feel like you couldn't get up. But I'm seeing here that you're getting up. And so anyway, with the Tower card, it's showing me that something shocking happened to somebody. All right. And it caused someone a lot of pain. It caused someone to have to reflect, looking at life a little deeper, to heal, maybe learn some things about themselves, to get themselves out of a situation. With the Eight of Swords that keeps coming out, I just see that you could be trying to find your way out of this situation where you feel stuck. You feel like you're lacking something, but you're not. Okay. With the Lovers card and the Seven of Cups, this is saying that you got opportunity, you got options on healing. I'm seeing here emotional healing, you feeling fulfilled in the inside and you becoming your best self. Your cup is overflowing. You got so much love around you. Even if this is with just yourself, your ancestors giving you that love, the Most High giving you that love. This is what you're manifesting. New beginnings for yourself, so when it comes to the women not telling, I'm seeing here that this could have been harbored pain that was held within. And you know, this is like, tell me about this. Why the women weren't telling? They probably were coerced by someone. You know, this is someone who is very defensive. Someone who, okay, so let's see. So maybe this is, so in the dream, I was very defensive. But, you know, there are people who want to fight against your defensiveness. They want to fight against what you know, how you feel, what you say, or whatever this is. I'm seeing here, you know, you even coming out as the King of Swords energy, seeing clearly through the veil of what someone's trying to do to you, protecting your mind, protecting your life, protecting your body, your soul. You know what, everything that the Most High God made of you is what you're healing, what the Most High God is healing for you. And so with that said, you know, this is what sometimes is hard to do, but I do see that you're getting through it. You know, you're getting through it, and you're getting victory because of it. Because now that you've gotten through that 10 of Wands energy, you got to the two of Wands. So you now are compartmentalizing your life, your mind, body, and your soul. Let me see what this is. Someone doesn't want you to be creative. Someone doesn't want you to use your gifts. And so I'm inspiring you to continue to use your gifts, and don't let anybody try to like take who you are away from you. I don't care what they say. You get through it, okay? So with the Two of Wands, I'm seeing here like you lifted the burdens, and now you got like two things that you got to deal with now that you lifted all your burdens. And so now that you got like two choices, Spirit is like, the only choice is for you to do self-love healing. This is you healing yourself. This is you gaining more love for yourself and more compassion for yourself throughout the things that you went through in your past. Those things you had to fight for. You had to get through those hardships. So with the cat is represented as someone, a pet, an animal that has gone through so much in their life. And so the dandruff represents, you know, maybe the obstacles that the cat had, you know, that was just showing that, you know, that's what I've been through. You know, that's how I got all this damn dandruff. The cat, you know, it looked messed up, but, you know, I feel like that was a cycle that someone was in at one point in their life where they felt as if they were very low. They felt as if they were poor, or, you know, whatever it is, you felt you had it hard. And so I see, you know, with the World card, it's just showing that you got a new cycle where God is bringing you more peace in your life, you know, and you just working on yourself. You deserve a happy life. You deserve a life full of love and peace and emotion where, you know, no one questions who you are. I mean, of course, everyone has an opinion, but at the end of the day, you're solid within you. And so, you know, in the beginning of the reading, we talked about how someone was feeling as if they wanted to align their life with how they're perceived out in their outside. Like when they go home, they want to live the lifestyle that aligns with how they perceive themselves outside of themselves. And someone doesn't like that about this person. Someone is like, why you crying? Why you feeling this way? And it's because this person is now realizing that they are a god or a goddess. This is a person that knows that they are who they are because they represent a god. You know, they represent a god or a goddess. And I'm just going to read it again. So God, the demigod says, wherever I go, there I am. So this person knows whatever I do in my life, it's always going to follow me. This person knows that everything in their life has to add up to who they are from now on. They're no longer wanting to play them damn games with people. They're like, you know, I got the knowledge. You know, with the elder, this is a person who's experienced so much in their life, just like that cat, making history. It don't matter what you've been through. It's how you get through it. So this is a person who is an adult now. They have wisdom. They can give advice. They have memories of what happened to them in their life. And they're knowing that whatever they went through, it was throughout their unique experiences. These experiences were different events that helped them understand their originality. It helped them gain purpose of who they are and how they had to get out of that, because everyone has a different story. Everyone has a story. And if you have a story and, it may have been hard, it may have been bad, whatever it was, I just see that, this is an opportunity, or maybe someone's taking the opportunity to do something different. So let's get let's find out the end of this dream. So now I want to get to the part where I jumped off the cliff. I had to wrap a towel around me, but my woo-woo was showing when I was walking around. What is that about, ancestors? What is that about? So with the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, this is represented as, let me look at it. It's definitely conflict, okay? And I do see a cliff. If you look at that, it's kind of like someone making a choice to jump off of a cliff or something like that. So with the 10 of Wands, this is someone finding it to be stressful. And with the 5 of Wands, it's very, it's conflicting, so me not having underwear on, I gotta look at this. So what I'm getting right now, and we're gonna chat GPT it, we're gonna figure it out, but what I'm seeing here is like, you went through a lot, okay? We went through a lot, you went through a lot. I'm just seeing there was a cycle of confusion where you weren't aware of certain things that were going on in your life. And sometimes, what I'm getting here is chatter, maybe some, definitely gossip possibly going around. Clarify the 5 of Wands. Yeah, some sort of negativity. Definitely negativity that you had to push through. So me in the dream walking around, butt naked, I didn't have no underwear on. That was the confusing part. This was, it's just showing me that I wasn't aware of some of the things that I was possibly doing in my life, where maybe other people noticed, like the man who was whispering to the lady who I was with, like possibly talking about me. I wasn't aware of what I was doing. But it's a scripture. This scripture says, when I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So I'm just seeing here that you were unaware of certain things that you were doing in your past. You didn't know that what you were doing was a hot mess. Some people really get comfortable in toxicity. People don't realize that what they do, if you're caught in toxicity, you're not aware of the dysfunction. This is dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like dysfunction to me. And you got through it, but you didn't realize what kind of mess you were in. And so now that the man was whispering, I looked down like, oh shit, I don't got no underwear on. My woo was out. This is awareness. This is me recognizing, this is me becoming the elder, having wisdom about myself, knowing that I have to put away childish ways. This is a cycle that's closing out with this childish behavior. So in the dream, I said I looked down as the man was whispering to the lady I was with, and I was so embarrassed. So embarrassed. Do you know how powerful that is to feel embarrassed of some of the actions that you may have taken in your life? This is a person that's done a lot of toxic shit. And now they're coming into actualization that whatever I was doing in my life, this shit was toxic. This is embarrassing to myself, my family, my loved ones, my bloodline. It's a huge embarrassment. And so the man in the dream who was looking at the lady crying and feeling sad in the dream, or no, the cards that I pulled, it showed that this person doesn't recognize that they're still in some sort of toxicity. But the lady in the dream recognizes that she's in some sort of toxicity. And she like, I don't want to do this no more. I want how I am perceived on the outside to look how I want my life to add up. I want it to look like, I want it to look and feel like I don't want to go home and feel embarrassed for living a double life, for having, acting as if I'm someone that I'm not. Like, I want to be my full potential. Like, I want to be my best self, and I want to have peace with that. With the 9 of Wands, this is you not having to cover up nothing, okay? So at one point, you let it all hang out. And this is the embarrassment now that you feel. You may feel a bit embarrassed for your actions. You may be feeling embarrassed because you know that at one point you were not really balanced in your life. You were trying to hold on to a messy life. It's a beautiful feeling to feel whole. So someone wasn't feeling whole at once. They were feeling effed up. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So now you're taking power and control of your life. Coming up as the Emperor. This is someone who's actually doing the work. This is someone who's acknowledging that they have growth to do, or someone who's coming into their growth. They're figuring out that they have to heal. They have to get out of their childish ways to become that big Leo energy. Confident, wise, happy, and also divinely guided by the Most High. This is powerful. I had no clue what this dream was about. And I was like, dang, I gotta figure all this out. What is this about? But God is good. Thank you for this dream. So let's get a message from the Most High. Let's see what the Most High God wants to say. Most High God, please give us a message. Hold on, let me get a string. Give us a message that aligns with this dream that I had, Most High God, Mother and Father of Righteousness. Let it align with this dream. Thank you. So we have Zechariah 7:7 and 8:19. All right. So we got, are these not the words the Lord proclaimed through the earlier prophets when Jerusalem and its surrounding towns were at rest and prosperous? God is calling out the people for being religious on the outside, fasting, mourning, but ignoring the real message to live justly, love, mercy, and walk humbly. He's saying, didn't I already tell you how to live? It's not about rituals. It's about the heart behind the actions. Therefore, love, truth, and peace. That's what Zechariah 8:19 says. God is transforming seasons of mourning, fast, and into joy and celebration. But there's a condition. The people must live truthfully and seek peace. It's not just blessings, their calendar. He's blessing those who choose to live rightly. So Corinthians 13:11, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. Paul is talking about spiritual maturity, moving from ego, impulsiveness, and superficiality to love, integrity, and wisdom. This ties to the verses in Zechariah. Both are about growing up spiritually. So how this aligns is, it says, if someone wants their life to align with who they are when no one is looking, these scriptures speak directly to Zechariah 7:7. Says, don't just look faithful, be faithful in your heart and in your actions. Zechariah 8:19 says, let you joy and peace come from living in truth. And Corinthians 1:13 and 11 says, Growth means putting away the mask and games and stepping into real, loving, mature faith. So you're no longer interested in performing faith. You want to embody it. You're learning that the real transformation happens not in the spotlight, but in the quiet moments where no one's watching. That's where God sees you most clearly, and that's where your integrity becomes worship. So yes, that's what this is about. This is a very powerful message, and I hope that this message has assisted you on becoming your best self in your fool's journey. If you guys, I have a video on my TikTok, and it's called, it's actually called The Fool's Journey. And it starts with the song, come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Look for that. You got to scroll all the way down. My TikTok channel is called The Grounded Garden, The One. So look for that, because that might help you as well. But anyway, let's get a last message for this reading. All right, so we got a few of them. So we got a new path. You've cleared your karma, and now your soul is leading you to a new experience. All of the steps may not seem clear just yet. Continue moving forward, and the path will begin to reveal itself. Then we have reach out. You've isolated yourself and are trying to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help. So reach out to ask for support at this time. Then we have be present. You are ungrounded and spending too much time in your head. Something has caused you to retreat to your mind. It's time to bring consciousness to its. It's time to bring consciousness to it so you can resolve it and start living like more fully again. Start living life more fully again. My apologies. Then we have wisdom. You've been there before, and you now know what to do. Yet you fear disappointing others. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose for the highest good in this situation. All right? And that's where your wisdom comes from. That's where you get that elderly energy, okay? That big Leo energy. Yeah. So I hope this message has helped you guys. I really do. I just wish I could just hug you all, give you that big old Iyanla hug and tell you I love you. But yeah, that's the message. Talk to you later. Peace.